Hi everyone and welcome back for the Battle of the Big Cats. That's another seasonal championship in the spring playlist of Forza Horizon 5 Series 3. The restrictions for this champ are A-class and you need to be driving either Jaguar or Peugeot, so I chose Jaguar 2015 XKSR GT that we won in this series reward just a couple of weeks back. The car is tuned for us by PTG Predator, which in itself is already a quality sign, and painted by Equinix, another good friend of the team who is frequent on our Discord as well as official Forza Discord. And as we are starting our race here on Lookout Circuit, you can see we're already in fourth position and ready to attack for the first three while we're still at the beginning of the first lap. So as always, Predator's tunes leave no chances to AI. The one thing I need to note about this tune though is it's a little bit understeery, so you may want to start braking a little bit earlier into the turn but then accelerating earlier out of the turn as well, and that way you'll maintain your speed advantage at all times. And as you can see on the straight, by the end of the first lap the AI has no chance, so we'll be on the first momentarily, right at the beginning of the second lap, which is our usual success criteria for the tune and means that pretty much anyone should be able to complete it. And while we are comfortably cruising in the first place, having passed all the AIs, there's a piece of information I want to share. Quite a few times I've seen people complaining that seasonal championships don't register for them despite having won all three races successfully, and I've seen those complaints over and over in the course of all three series, and it's the first time now that I may have stumbled across the explanation on why it happens and potential solution. So when you start a seasonal championship, the game locks the difficulty to highly skilled automatically. It keeps however tracking the difficulty that you had set before. So there is a chance that if your difficulty was set to anything lower than highly skilled, when you finish the championship, the game keeps thinking that you didn't comply with the requirement of the championship and doesn't count that as a win. So if you have a seasonal champ not registering for you, check your difficulty outside of the championship. If it's set to anything lower than highly skilled, set it above or at highly skilled and try again. Hopefully they will solve the problem for you and have the championship register successfully. Okay, we are approaching the end of the race one. There's just one last corner and one short straight, and we are about to win the first race of the Battle of the Big Cats on the Lookout Circuit with very comfortable advantage over AIs, which I expect to continue through the rest of the championship. Really, there's no reason why we should not be successful. So the second race takes place in Riviera Sprint, and it seems to be a bit darker than before. Some kind of late afternoon, not really a night, but a bit darker, but that shouldn't make any difference to our domination over AI. So off we go to a good start. Nobody passes us from the beginning, so it usually means we're gonna be overtaking them one by one really quickly. That's the first victim. Second, maybe we'll take on a few at once, 1, 2, 3 at once, and up in third position, and immediately catching up using this guy as a bit of a brake with a side bump, chasing the first already, and look at the gap melting down by a second. So one more corner, this here, yeah, up in first by 20% mark, which usually means another easy race for us. Now if you didn't win this Jag for whatever reason in one of the previous series, don't worry much. The races are, as you can see, they are not complicated at all, so just grab one of other Jaguars or maybe even Peugeot, though I didn't try those at all. I don't think I drove any Peugeot in Horizon 5 so far outside of Eliminator, where there's an absolutely crappy tier 2 Peugeot car there. But yeah, just grab any car, download the tune. If you see Predator's tune, grab it right away, because that will mean easy win over AI in pretty much 100% of the cases, and you should be absolutely fine. The races are not difficult. The reward for completing this championship is another Jaguar, and that's an Autoshow car worth only 57, I think, thousand credits. So it's not super valuable. Obviously, if you don't have it yet, it's worth grabbing anyway. If you do, well, I guess you'll be doing this championship for the festival progression points, or for min-max achievement, or maybe just for fun. Everybody finds their own reasons, but in terms of pure reward, there's not anything special here. However, the series rewards themselves are pretty good. Those are exclusive cars, and there are accolades related to them, so worth doing anyway. If I remember right, with this championship cleared, I'll have enough points for the final series reward car, and with that the collection will be complete. The final bit of Evolving World accolade will be finished as well, so my actual collecting job in the festival playlist will be complete and final. But I think I'm gonna keep doing them. I'm not even sure why. I don't really need any further rewards, but hey, I prefer every check to be checked, checkbox to be checked and completed. And with that, we finished the second race in expected first place. So let's move on to the last race of this championship. And here we are in the last race of the championship on BOLA OCHO circuit. It's a fun little circuit with some tricky corners, and in the online races there's usually a few people smashing into the buildings all the time. So yeah, off we go. Oh wow, that's a ramming AI. Somebody call the marshals. He needs to be banned from the racing forever. Right. The one thing I like most about this championship is just the sound. Just listen to the engines here. Yeah, these Jaguars have really good sound that I like. So there's another seasonal championship called Hear Me Roar. I didn't do it yet. That's the next in the list, but it feels like that would be really appropriate name for this one actually. Yeah, so here we are coming up to the last corner of the first lap and pushing the first AI aside. We are leading the race. It wasn't quite an elegant move, but hey, whatever works. It's AI, and I would have overtaken him regardless, probably 2 corners further. This next couple of corners ahead is usually the nemesis of all online racing, whether it's Tour or Trial or Horizon Open. Would be a whole bunch of people smashing into the walls or smashing into the inside of a corner and coming to a complete stop, ruining their own races and quite often ruining one for everybody else. So hey guys, use your brakes, they are there for a reason, you know. This is not an extremely fast track at all. You usually sit in the lower gears and basically using more brakes than throttle in it, but you can be fast compared to others if you follow the racing line and actually avoid hitting the walls. Wall riding is not just bad because it's, you know, dirty. It's actually bad because it slows you down and then slows everybody you mess up with down. And yeah, when it's your teammates, that's not nice. But even when it's your opponents, you just look like a jerk really if you do that, instead of looking like a good driver. So don't do this. Anyways, we are getting close to the finish of the race. Just one final corner ahead, and the rain didn't change anything in this race for the AI outcome. Here we are at the finish with the first place, and yeah, the championship is complete now. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.